English learning podcast.
Here you learn to speak and shine.
Can I tell you something a little embarrassing? 2 years ago, I was sitting in a room full of people. My manager turned to me and said, "Filza, what do you think about this idea?" And I had thoughts. So many thoughts. Clear thoughts, good thoughts. But the moment he looked at me, everything just disappeared. I opened my mouth. Nothing came out. I smiled, I nodded, and I said, "Yeah, sounds good." And inside, I was screaming because I didn't actually think it was good. I thought the idea had a problem, but I couldn't say it in English in that moment. I walked out of that meeting feeling so small. Does that sound familiar? If it does, stay right here, because today's episode is going to change something for you. Not tomorrow, today. Welcome to Speak English with Filza, the channel where we turn your English understanding into real, confident speaking. I'm Filza, and with me today is my co-host, Daniel. Daniel, hey, how are you?
Hey, Filza. I'm good. A little nervous, actually, because honestly, today's topic is very personal for me.
Really? Tell me.
Okay, so last week, my friends were all debating about something. Which city is better to live in? And everyone was just going, talking, arguing, laughing. And I had a strong opinion. I knew what I wanted to say. But I just sat there, quiet, eating my food, like I was invisible.
Oh, Daniel. Oh, that is such a lonely feeling.
It really is. And the worst part? After everyone left, I sat alone and I thought, I had so much to say. Why couldn't I just say it?
Okay, I want to stop right here. Because what Daniel just described, that is not a language problem. That is not a grammar problem. Here's the real truth, and this might surprise you. You don't have a speaking problem. You have a starting problem. The words are inside you. They have always been inside you. What's missing is just the bridge. The small, simple phrases that get the words out of your head and into the conversation. And that's exactly what we are building today.
A starting problem. I actually never thought about it that way.
Most people don't. They spend years thinking, my English is bad, when actually, their English is fine. They just don't have the right starting phrases. And without those, you freeze. Every time. Okay, let's fix that, right now, together. Let's start with the most powerful 2 words in opinion conversations. I think. Daniel, before I explain, just tell me, when someone asks your opinion and you panic, what are you actually doing in your mind?
Honestly, I'm trying to build a perfect sentence. Like, I want the grammar to be right, the vocabulary to be impressive, the pronunciation to be clean.
And while you're building that perfect sentence?
The conversation moves on without me. Haha.
Exactly. And this is the trap. Perfection is the enemy of expression. So here's the rule I want you to write somewhere and remember forever. Don't build a perfect sentence. Just start with, I think. I think this movie is really interesting. I think we should try the new restaurant. I think this is a bad idea, and here's why. See? Short, simple, real, and completely yours.
Okay, but doesn't I think sound a little weak? Like, what if I want to sound more confident?
Ooh, great point. So this is where we add 2 more tools. If I think is for everyday thoughts, then, in my opinion, is for when you want to own your perspective fully, with confidence, with presence. In my opinion, the first season of that show is still the best. In my opinion, working from home is better for creativity. Say that out loud right now. Say, in my opinion, and add something you genuinely believe. Go on, nobody's judging. Did you say it? How did it feel?
I said, in my opinion, coffee is better than tea. Haha, very controversial, I know.
Ha ha ha, Daniel. Okay, that is controversial in many countries. But you know what? You said it. You owned it. That's the whole point. Now, here's the third phrase. And this one is quieter, more personal. It's not about what you think in your brain, it's about what you feel in your heart. I feel. I feel this decision is a little rushed. I feel like we haven't heard everyone's side yet. I feel is perfect when the topic is emotional, when it's personal, when logic isn't enough and you need to bring your humanity into the conversation.
So like at work, maybe I use in my opinion, but with friends, I might say I feel.
Yes, that's a really smart way to think about it. Context matters, and you just figured that out yourself.
I feel proud. See what I did there?
Oh, yes, perfect example. You just used it in real life without even trying. Okay, quick pause. Listeners, I want you to do something right now. Think of one opinion you have about anything. Your city, your favorite food, a habit you think is important, anything real. Now say it out loud using one of these three starters. I think, I feel, in my opinion. Don't think too long. Just say the first honest thing that comes to your mind. That was your voice, in English, expressing something real. That matters. Okay, Daniel, let's talk about something that I think a lot of people miss. Expressing your opinion isn't just about you speaking. It's also about how you respond when someone else speaks. That's where real conversations happen.
Oh, this is where I struggle too, because I can kind of say my opinion, but when someone responds and says something I don't agree with, I go completely silent. Or I just say, oh, okay, yeah.
Haha, the classic, oh, okay, yeah. The phrase that means absolutely nothing but feels safe.
Exactly. It's my escape button.
So let's remove the escape button. Let's replace it with something real. When you agree with someone, you have three beautiful options. I agree. Exactly. You're right. These aren't just words, they're signals. They tell the other person, I heard you, I was listening, and I feel the same. And that builds connection. That makes conversations feel good.
That makes sense. But the hard part is when I don't agree, because I don't want to sound rude or start an argument.
And this right here is such an important thing to talk about, because so many people stay silent not because they can't speak, but because they're afraid of conflict. They think disagreeing means being rude. But here's the truth. Polite disagreement is a skill, and once you have it, it is genuinely one of the most powerful things you can do in any conversation.
Okay, so how do I disagree politely?
3 phrases. Learn these and you will never be stuck again. I'm not sure I agree. Maybe, but I think. I see your point, but.
Can you show me? Like in a real example?
Yes, let's do a quick role play. I'll say something, you respond. Real conversation, no script, okay?
Okay, a little nervous, but okay.
All right, here we go. Daniel, I think studying alone is always better than studying in a group. What do you think?
I see your point. Studying alone can be really focused. But for me, studying with friends is better, because when I'm confused, I can ask immediately. And I think explaining things to others actually helps me understand them better too.
Wow, seriously, wow. Daniel, do you realize what you just did?
I disagreed?
You disagreed, respectfully, confidently, with a reason. You said, I see your point, which showed you were listening. Then you said, but for me, which made it personal, not an attack. And then you said, because, and gave a real reason. That is a complete, mature, natural opinion in English in under 30 seconds.
Oh, wow. I actually said because without even thinking about it.
And that is the secret ingredient we haven't officially talked about yet. Because. One word makes everything stronger. I think this plan is risky because we don't have enough time. In my opinion, sleep is more important than extra study hours because a tired brain remembers nothing. Without because, your opinion is just floating. With because, it has roots, it has weight. People actually think about what you said.
It's like because completes the thought.
Exactly. It closes the loop. And it makes you sound thoughtful, not just opinionated. Okay, I want to take a small detour here because I want to talk about something that nobody talks about enough.
Ooh, what is it?
The silence moment. You know what I mean? That 2 or 3 seconds between when someone asks your opinion and when your mouth actually starts moving. Most people hate that silence. They think, everyone is judging me. I'm taking too long. I sound stupid. But here's what's actually happening in that silence. Your brain is working, thinking, forming something real. And there's a beautiful, tiny word that can fill that silence without any pressure at all.
What word?
Well,
Just, well?
just well. Or, said naturally, not dramatically. Or even, that's an interesting question. These tiny bridges give your brain 3 to 4 extra seconds. And to the person listening, you don't sound stuck. You sound like someone who actually thinks before they speak. Which, by the way, is a quality that people respect.
Oh, so it's not a weakness. It's actually thoughtfulness?
Completely. Every confident speaker does this, in every language. The pause is not the problem. It's the panic about the pause that's the problem.
That's kind of life-changing, actually.
Maybe a little dramatic, but yes, take it. Okay, I want to do one more scenario. Because I think the best way to make these phrases yours is to see them work in a real, messy, funny, human conversation. Let's talk about something we all have opinions about. Food.
Oh, now you're speaking my language.
Okay, so imagine 2 friends. They're trying to decide where to eat dinner. One friend, let's call her Sarah, says, I think we should try that new Thai place. It looks amazing. Do you agree? And the other person, that's you, doesn't really want Thai food tonight. What do you say?
Okay, let me try. I see your point. It does look great. But for me, I'm really craving something simple tonight. Maybe we could try it next time. I think there's a nice little cafe nearby that we haven't been to yet.
Yes, perfect. You disagreed. You gave an alternative. You kept the friendship warm. And you used, I see your point, but for me, I think. 3 phrases, 1 natural response. Daniel, honestly, you have changed so much in the last few minutes.
I feel like a different person right now. Seriously.
That is the transformation moment, right there. Not at the end of 6 months, not after 100 lessons, right now, today. Because you practiced, out loud, with real phrases, in real situations. Language doesn't change in your head, it changes in your mouth.
Filza, can I say something?
Always.
I came into this episode thinking, I need to learn better English. But I'm realizing it's not really about better English. It's about permission. Permission to say what I actually think, in whatever words I have.
Oh, Daniel, that is actually the most beautiful thing anyone has said on this podcast. You're right. It's permission. permission to take up space in a conversation, permission to have a different opinion, permission to be heard, even when your sentence isn't perfect. Because here's what I want you to remember. The people you are talking to, they are not listening for your grammar. They are listening for you, your thought, your perspective, your voice. And your voice is worth hearing, exactly as it is, right now. Okay, let's bring this home. Listeners, one final challenge before we close. I want you to answer this question, out loud, right now, wherever you are. What do you think is the most important quality in a good friend, and why? Use any phrase you learned today. Start with, I think, I feel, in my opinion, or for me. Add your reason with because, and just say it to yourself, to your reflection, to your pet, to the wall. Doesn't matter, just say it. I bet what you just said was completely honest, completely personal, and completely in English. That's not a small thing. That's everything. Quick recap, and I'll keep this short because you don't need repetition, you need confidence. Today we learned, I think, for sharing ideas. I feel, for personal and emotional views. In my opinion, for confident, clear perspectives. For me, when it's personal. What do you think / do you agree to invite others in? I agree / exactly / you're right for warmth and connection. I'm not sure / maybe but / I see your point but for polite, respectful disagreement. Because the one word that gives your opinion weight. And, well, your thinking bridge. Use it without shame.
And I'd add one more thing. Just start. Even if it's messy, even if it's slow, just open your mouth and start.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Hey, thank you for being here today. Genuinely, you chose to spend this time working on yourself, and that is not a small decision. A lot of people want to improve. You actually showed up. So go use these phrases this week, in one real conversation, just one, and notice what happens.
I'm going to text my friends right now and actually share my opinion about where we should hang out this weekend. Watch me.
Let us know how it goes. Okay, before we go, our comment question for this week. And please actually answer this one, because the conversations in the comments are genuinely incredible. What is one strong opinion you have that you've never said out loud in English before? Share it below. Use today's phrases. Write it out. Let people hear your real voice. I'll be reading every single one and replying to as many as I can. I'm Filza, he's Daniel, and this has been Speak Up. Take care of yourself this week. Be kind to your learning process. And remember, you are not behind. You are right on time. See you next episode. Bye.
Bye, everyone. And in my opinion, this was our best episode yet because it felt real.